kasama na po natin sa ating programa ulit po si Representative Jervil Jinky Luistro, ang isa po sa mga prosecutor ng impeachment trial kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Good morning po, Kong. Welcome po sa Anong Ganap.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, and thank you for having me in your program.
Thank you, ma'am. Maraming salamat po.
Mobile si Nako, thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Apo. Ma'am, siguro una po sa lahat, ano po ang reaksyon ninyo doon sa press call ni VP Sara kahapon? Parang hindi naman po siya nababother na in-impeach po siya ng Kamara.
Well, it's up to the Vice President how she appreciates or how she takes the impeachment process, no? In as far as we are concerned, we are focused on our job as prosecutors to represent the House of Representatives, and we have started our initial preparation already.
Opo. And ma'am, in case lang po na maging part po ng defense team ni VP Sara, yung kanyang tatay na si former President Rodrigo Duterte, are you ready na makipag-harapan kay dating Pangulo?
Alam mo si former President, nagkaroon na kami ng encounter during the Quadcom hearing,
Yes.
no? As a matter of fact, mas appreciated ko siya compared sa ibang resource persons. Kasi the former President is very generous in giving information, unlike other resource persons during the time. So I am looking forward that if the former President will be on board as part of the defense team, we will have a more meaningful trial kasama ang ating pong dating presidente.
So better, ma'am, na nandun siya, na part siya ng defense?
For me, that's okay, but of course, it is all up to the Vice President if she would like to have the former President become part of the defense team.
Opo. And sabi rin, ma'am, ni VP Sara kahapon, ay dahil pwede naman daw, hindi siya a-attend. Dahil lalo na baka daw ma-intimidate daw po. I'm guessing kayo, ang mga prosecutor. So, ano pong masasabi niyo doon? And will you compel her to attend po?
It is my humble submission that she's supposed to attend. Just like any impeachment processes that we have witnessed already in the Senate, di ba? The way I see it, the presence of the respondent or the Vice President is necessary during the impeachment trial.
How are you preparing, ma'am? You said you're already preparing po for the trial.
Well, meron na po tayong mga initial discussions about the 7 articles of impeachment, exchanges of ideas about how we're going to present our evidence, discussions on the most solid article of impeachment compared to the less solid, things like that. And we have discussed also the need to have technical staff to assist us in the prosecution process, and even some volunteer lawyers who wish to join the team for the purpose of this prosecution, ma'am. So initial meeting pa lang, no? We had our initial meeting, but certainly marami pa po itong kasunod na pagpupulong in preparation for the prosecution.
Opo. Ma'am, may debate nga ngayon, di ba, na parang may ibang nagsasabi na dapat simulan na agad ng Senado yung impeachment trial. May iba namang nagsasabi na dapat after na ng eleksyon. At meron silang pinagdedebatehan na term doon sa batas, yung forthwith. Forthwith. Ano ba dapat?
Different daw yun from immediate.
Ano ba po ba ang pagkakaintindi po natin doon sa batas na yun na pagdating po dito sa impeachment trial?
Alright. Ang akin pong appreciation dyan ay that terminology or the wordings of the constitutional provision should be interpreted in a way of distinguishing the main responsibility of Senate compared with the other responsibilities of Senate, no? Pag sinabi kong other, pwede mo i-consider dito yung impeachment process, which is not part of the legislative job of the Senate, no? So, from our appreciation, ang impeachment process is different from legislative process, in which case, kahit hindi on session ang Senate, they can immediately convene as an impeachment court, no? So, yung sinasabi forthwith doon sa constitutional provision, it has to be interpreted in line with how you distinguish impeachment process with legislative process. Kapag po legislative, dapat talaga on session ang Senate. Pero if it is not a legislative work, if it is not part of legislation, then it can be done even when the Senate is on recess.
So, ibig sabihin, ma'am, kahit na hindi siya natakel sa floor bago mag-adjourn, ay pwedeng mag-call? Kasi yun po ang argument ni Senate President Cheese Escudero. Kailangan i-call muna.
That is on my understanding that impeachment process is different from a legislative process, in which case, pwede po silang mag-convene even when the Senate is on break.
How about, ma'am, yung pwede bang ituloy sa 20th Congress kung sakali po na hindi siya matapos agad within the 19th Congress? What do you think of that naman?
Regarding that issue, divided din po ang schools of thought, no? May nagsasabi na hindi na pwede, may nagsasabi na pwede pa. But for us, I believe pwede pa kasi unlike Congress, ang Senate po hindi na di-dissolve dahil even after election or during election, meron 12 sitting senators. Unlike in Congress, kasi sa Congress po, sabay-sabay po kaming natatapos ng term. So definitely, dissolve ang 19th Congress at papasok ang 20th Congress. Ito po sa Senado, even during election, meron seating na 12 senators. So we do not see any problem or any reason why the 20th Congress, particularly the Senate, cannot continue the impeachment process which was started during the 19th Congress.
Apo, Kong, sabi ni Pangulong Marcos, open naman siya na maggawad ng special session kung hihilingin ng Senado. Kayo po ba, niligawan po ba ninyo ang Senado na hilingin sa Pangulo na magbukas ng special session para matalakay na itong impeachment?
I think, sir, the fact that we have transmitted already the impeachment complaint to the Senate, it only shows that the position of the House, we want to push for the impeachment trial, no? So, without saying a word or without really necessarily reaching out to the Senate, I believe that the position of the House of Representatives is clear. We are looking forward to proceed to the impeachment trial. Nonetheless, we are submitting to the wisdom, to the expertise of our impeachment court kung anong mas maayos para sa kanila with regards to proceeding to this impeachment trial, whether we do it right away or we do it after the election.
And isang scenario din, ma'am, na lumutang is what if Vice President Sara resigns? Itutuloy pa rin po ba yung impeachment trial?
Sa akin, there are two specific prayers in the impeachment complaint. One is the removal from office, and two is the perpetual disqualification to hold office, no? Kung magre-resign ang ating Vice Presidente, apparently, the issue of removal from office is already moot and academic dahil sinong tatanggalin mo kung nag-resign na ang Vice President. However, with respect to the second prayer, her perpetual disqualification to hold office, no? I think and I believe that we need to continue the impeachment trial and reach a determination of guilt to be able to determine whether or not the penalty of perpetual disqualification will be meted as well.
So, anong reaction niyo, ma'am, doon sa mga nagsasabi na ang target talaga is to prevent VP Sara from running for president in the 2028 elections dahil pwede pa pala siyang mahabol for perpetual disqualification?
Well, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. That's what I can say, no? Basta in as far as the House is concerned, ang atin pong representation dito is anchored on the grounds we raised in the articles of impeachment and the evidence which are already present for the purpose of supporting the same. And kapag ang pinag-usapan po natin, betrayal of public trust, culpable violation of the Constitution, these are too serious to consider the perpetual disqualification as significant matter to be resolved as well in the impeachment trial.
Kung posible bang mapalitan yung hanay po ninyo ng mga prosecutor after halalan kung halimbawa may iba po sa inyo na hindi manalo sa eleksyon?
That is very possible, no? But of course, I am hoping that all of us will win, no? Initially, that's our desire, no? Kasi we are a team and we're beginning to build up our teamwork for the purpose of this prosecution, no? But of course, there's an upcoming election. If some of us will not make it in the 2025 election, certainly the option of the House will be to elect for the replacement of those who will not make it this coming election.
Apo, paano natin isisingit, ma'am, itong ang paghahanda natin bilang magiging busy din po kayo sa kampanya? Anong strategy ng grupo natin?
Well, I already requested the team that we should assign one day every week, no, for the prosecution preparation, and then the rest of the days of the week will be dedicated for our campaign. And I hope the people of our district will be appreciative enough to understand that our occasional absence, should I say, in our district is because of a constitutional duty that we really have to face. Ito pong aming gagawin na ito ay serbisyo para sa bayan. Ito po ay mandato ng konstitusyon. Kailanman hindi namin pwedeng talikuran. So, I am hoping and praying na ito po ay maunawaan ng ating mga kababayan from our district, and I hope this will not be taken against the prosecution team kung sakaling mababawasan ng aming panahon para sa kampanya sa darating na eleksyon.
Magkakaroon din po ba ng private prosecutors, ma'am, aside from you guys po, from the House?
Yes, there are volunteer lawyers from the private firms already, no? Some are solo practitioners to join the prosecution team, and we are welcoming these intentions of the private prosecutors. So yes, it will be a combination and a consolidated effort of the public prosecutor and the private prosecutor.
Opo. So ilan ang target, ma'am, for the
That
prosecution?
we have not finalized yet, no? Sabi ko nga, kaka-initial meeting pa lang namin, but definitely we'll be able to determine that as we go along the way.
Opo. Ma'am, ano lang din po siguro ang assurance na hindi magagamit for pangangampanya itong impeachment trial dahil syempre, kung matuloy ay you will be on national TV, mapapanood, ganyan. Baka may mga nag-iisip lang din po na this is for siguro leverage din ng mga prosecutors na tumatakbo rin po sa midterm elections.
Yeah, kami naman po ay district representatives, no? So, if there are issues that we will be using this exposure in the media for the purpose of the campaign, siguro isang consequence yun, no? Pero, ang amin pong distrito is limited to a number of municipalities only. Like for myself, 6 na bayan lang po ang district ko sa Batangas, no? So, as to whether this will have an impact in our respective district, I hope it will have, no? Kasi wala naman po akong nakikitang anything wrong if my kababayan will appreciate it, will take it positively, na nakikita nila yung congresswoman nila, who is also a candidate for 2025 election, part of the prosecution team, no? It all depends on the people who will be watching us during the impeachment trial. Basta in as far as we are concerned, this is a constitutional duty na kailangan naming gawin And we are willing to face, of course, amid the campaign that we really have to do for the purpose of the coming election.
Ma'am, bakit ba inabot po ng last session day bago na ipadala po sa Senado? Kasi yun po yung sinasabi ni SP, bakit po kami mamadaliin?
With all due respect to our Senate President, no, ako po'y naniniwala na since the 3 impeachment complaints were filed, nagkaroon po ng kani-kanilang pag-aaral ang members ng House kaugnay ng propriety and sufficiency in form and substance nitong mga impeachment complaints na nauna nang i-file, no? Although it took us long, but I believe that the timing was reasonable enough for the national parties to intercede para finally we come up with the 4th impeachment complaint, which we successfully transmitted before the end of the session, no? Ang appreciation namin dito, we actually saved the impeachment process kasi nga medyo may time constraint na, and we really have to transmit before the end of the 19th Congress. Hindi naman po ito minadali. Nagkataon lamang na kinailangang masusing pag-aralan. We are 306 members of the House at lahat po ng desisyon na gagawin namin sa House of Representatives should be a collegial decision, no? So, syempre, nagkanya-kanya pong pag-aaral yan. It took us time bago kami nakakome up with our common decision and appreciation of what is happening. We appreciate din yung naging intercession ng mga national parties in coming up with this collective effort, collective decision, until the signatures of the first 215 members of the House were gathered for the purpose of this impeachment complaint, the 4th impeachment complaint.
Opo.
Hindi naman po nagsayang ng panahon. Nag-aral lang po ang members ng House patungkol doon sa naunang 3 na impeachment complaint until we arrived to a common decision to come up with the 4th impeachment complaint.
So itong 4th impeachment kung hindi siya noong Wednesday lang inupuan, matagal din tong pinag-usapan, hindi lang siya talaga lumutang sa mga balita.
Yes, nagkakaroon po ng kanilang discussion ang iba't ibang partido until they gather together, come up with a common decision to come up with this 4th impeachment complaint, no? Sa amin po pag-aaral, yung first impeachment complaint is too long. Para 23 yata yung grounds for impeachment doon. So, ito namang dalawang huli, too short. But nonetheless, parehas po itong dadaan sa Justice Committee kasi wala siyang support ng 1/3 as the minimum of the members of the House. And considering the limited number of time that is remaining before the end of the 19th Congress, talagang hindi po kakayanin. So, we came up with a decision through the national parties na magkaroon ng 4th impeachment complaint endorsed by at least 1/3 of the members of the House, which in this case, lampas-lampas pa po dun sa required number of signatures na hinihingi ng batas. What is required is only 1/3. And yet, as to the number of signatures na who actually supported the 4th impeachment complaint, I believe we were 215, no? And the number keeps on growing. Kasi balita ko parang merong additional na 25 na humabol to support the impeachment complaint, no? So this only shows na talagang the super majority of the members of the House of Representatives are standing in favor of pushing through the impeachment complaint.
Opo. And ma'am, natanong na rin po yung ibang members ng House kung meron bang bayaran, kung meron bang perang kapalit para pumirma o suportahan yung impeachment.
Wala po. Wala pong nangyaring bayaran. Wala po kaming tinanggap. Ito po ay desisyon ng bawat isa sa amin na nung magkaharap-harap came up with a common stand to consider filing the 4th impeachment complaint. Wala pong naganap na bayaran.
Okay, malinaw. And ma'am, panghuli na lang po sa akin kasi di ba ang isa pong article of impeachment ay VP committed high crimes in contracting an assassin and plotting murder versus the President, First Lady, and Speaker. Pero sabi niya kahapon, doon sa kanyang press con, wala naman siyang sinasabi, wala naman siyang
Tinanggi
banta.
niya.
Opo. Ano lang po ang masasabi
Tayo
niyo?
lang daw po ang nagsasabi nun.
Siguro this is a matter that we need to trash out doon sa impeachment trial na, no? Ito'y napanood ng lahat ng Pilipino from all over the world as to whether there's an actual threat or otherwise that is something that we have to trash out and deliberate upon dito sa impeachment trial.
Okay, ma'am, thank you very much po for spending some of your time po this morning with us. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat po at
and good morning.
good morning po,
Sa
good luck po
lahat
sa inyong
ng mga
paghahanda.
kapwa natin Pilipino, especially po sa aking mga kababayan from Batangas 2nd District.
Opo. Good morning, ma'am.
Thank you
At good
po,
luck
ma'am.
po sa trial.
Yan po si Representative Jervis